Hi, I'm the dashingly handsome Ray.
And I'm the not as delusional James. And this is episode 10 of A Brief History of Nothing, season 2, of course.
Okay.
And just a quick mention. Yes, Australia has decided to play musical prime ministers again.
Yes. We've had 4 prime ministers in 2 years. And 2 different parties in government. So
We're doing well.
We're rolling on.
Yeah, well then again, we live in a country where the main Conservative party is called the Liberal Party.
Yes.
Which confuses people from overseas.
Yes, because Liberals tend to be left-wing, where our Liberals are right-wing.
Yeah, but they're
Somewhat
supposed to be libertarians.
Yes. All right.
Anyway,
tonight
we thought we'd go off with a bit of a bang.
Yes. We thought we'd do big bangs.
Yeah.
Well, not the Big Bang.
Not the Big Bang, although that is the most important explosion in the universe.
Yes. Yes. But no, we thought we'd move forward just a little bit in time to we'll start off in 1883, the 27th of August to be exact.
Yes, in Indonesia, a little bit of a pop.
Yes, a little bit of a pop.
Happened on the island of Krakatoa, which is now halved in size due to the little bit of a pop.
Yes. Yes, it did go bang.
It did go bang.
Yes.
Well, the leading theory on that, in that one, is that it had been erupting since about late May, 20th of May, and is when it was recorded that it was exploding. It wasn't exploding, but it was erupting.
Yes.
And by the time of early August to come around, it had formed 2 more vents. There's about 3 vents on it, and at the 27th of August, what they suspect happened is seawater basically rushed into a big volcanic chamber, and the walls of the chamber were probably a couple of thousand degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so water went from liquid to vapour
instantaneously.
Yes.
The shockwave went around the world about 3 times, and it was everywhere. It was detected everywhere.
Well, it threw so much matter into the atmosphere that it changed the colour of the skies in Europe.
Yes.
So,
and also it what else did it do? Yes, the actual explosion, the sound of the explosion was heard in Perth.
Yes, which is a few thousand kilometres.
It's about 3,000 k's away from the site of the explosion due south. Yeah.
That's a big bang.
That's a good bang.
Yeah.
A slightly smaller bang, but one that's a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
In Russia. Russia's known for having a good explosion now and again.
Yeah, and being bizarre.
And being a little bit bizarre. The Tunguska event, the Tunguska River in Siberia.
Yes, in 1908.
In 1908.
June 1908.
They decided that, well, they didn't decide, it happened naturally. English is hard. That they suspect what was a meteor came out of the sky. I'm hoping I'm getting that right. Astronomers, if I'm getting this terminology wrong, please...
Well, meteors tend to come out of the sky.
They do, but there's meteors and meteorites, and one's much bigger than the other, and I can never get them straight. Yeah. Anyway, so they suspect the meteor exploded. It was an air blast, and it flattened about 2,000 square kilometres of forest, except for the ones right above the air blast. I mean, they got their leaves and branches and bark completely stripped off them.
But they're upright still.
They look like telegraph poles.
That's a bit strange.
It's a bit strange.
Yeah, so we have the odd theory on that one, do we?
We have the odd theory. Someone had to throw aliens in there somewhere.
Yes, of course. Aliens did it.
Yes, aliens did it. Another little theory is a miniature black hole, which would cause an implosion. But anyway, and other people, it was antimatter. Yeah.
So if you mixed a tiny little bit of antimatter with the matter around us, what would happen?
Well, you'd actually use E equals mc squared, because basically it goes from being mass to being energy, like that. So you'd have to work that out. But if you worked out the mass of a proton, an antiproton, with meeting a proton, you work that out. It's actually quite a considerable amount of energy, despite protons being very, very tiny.
That's right. So yeah,
because speed of light squared is a very big number.
That's right. So yeah, antimatter.
It's not. Yeah, highly unlikely. The meteor is a much more plausible theory.
Yes.
Because people actually saw it. Believe it or not, people actually saw it happen. One guy's shirt actually caught fire on his back.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
And then a little bit later than that,
in 1917, December 1917.
In Canada.
In Canada, where it's nice and warm in December.
Yes, it's nice and warm in December.
It's probably a balmy 0 in the middle of the day.
Yeah, probably. This is in Halifax and in Nova Scotia in the eastern end of Canada. SS Mont Blanc, a ship carrying TNT, gun cotton and benzol.
Yeah, well, you'd put that all in the ship, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because it was wanting to help with the war effort at the time. There's this little tiz going on called World War One.
Gun cotton, extremely explosive.
Yes.
TNT, really, really explosive. Benzol, really flammable.
Yes.
That works well.
That works well. Collided at a whole knot with another ship called the SS Imo, which was from Mont Blanc, obviously French. Imo was Norwegian, helping with the Belgian relief effort because, again, the little skirmish called World War One was happening at the time.
Yes.
They collided with each other, and a fire broke out because of that wonderfully not flammable benzol. Fire broke out on the SS Mont Blanc. And they all tried to abandon ship, but the trouble is that 20 minutes later, kablamo, flattened the Richmond region of Halifax, and also flattened a lot of Dartmouth, which is basically the other side of the harbour.
Right. Sad note, roughly 2,000 people were killed.
Roughly 2,000 people were killed, and most of the windows in that area were shattered.
That's...
Yeah, unfortunately that did happen.
Yes. Oh, now, Castle Bravo.
Yes, the Americans decided that after World War II, the Americans and the Russians decided they didn't like each other.
Yes, the Cold War. Yes.
Cold War. And so they were trying to develop stronger and, more powerful nuclear weapons. The Americans did it in 1954. They decided that they would build a fusion bomb. They had tried it before with cryogenic deuterium, like liquid deuterium, but that's a little bit difficult to handle. It has to be kept only a few degrees above absolute zero, so it's a bit hard to...
Difficult in the bomb.
Difficult in the bomb. So they used lithium deuterate, which is basically deuteride, I should say. I can't, again, English.
Your Spranglish is most brongle.
My Spranglish is most brongle. Because it's basically a hydride which is basically hydrogen with an extra electron, but it's a deuterium, so it's got a proton, a neutron, and 2 electrons.
Okay. Did you notice that didn't even ruffle my hair on the way through?
No, it didn't. So basically what happened was that they were using primarily lithium 6 and 7 as the lithium part, which refers to how many protons and neutrons are in its atomic masses. Essentially how many protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. What happened was that the stray neutrons from the uranium primary explosive shot a whole pile of neutrons through the lithium-7 and it turned into tritium, which is a radioactive form of hydrogen.
Beauty.
So they were basically expecting a firecracker. They got a vial of nitroglycerin, would be the analogy. So they got 3 times what they wanted. And you still can't visit the Bikini Atoll where it happened.
Yes, it's the only bikini that people don't want to go and see.
Yeah, that's the one. And the islanders still can't. Yes, and the islanders are not that pleased about that.
No, because they can't get back onto their ancestral home. You can visit.
You can visit, but you've got to be
for a short time, but you cannot stay.
Now, next one up, bit of a bigger one.
Yes.
1961.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, the Russians went, no, we can do this too. 30th of October 1961, the Tsar bomber. Yeah. Russian is also very hard for me as well.
Russian's hard for everybody, including Russians.
Yes. And have you seen the Cyrillic alphabet? Anyway, they went for, so the Americans, they wanted a 5, they got a 15 megaton bomb, right? Russians went, no, we want a 50 megaton bomb. We can make this 100 megatons, but that's just getting a little bit crazy. So instead of using a uranium tamper, which is what compresses the primary and secondary explosives in the bomb, they used a lead tamper because they were worried about nuclear fallout, and also because the plane wouldn't have been able to get out of the way first.
Yeah. crews tend not to like dropping bombs that are going to blow them up as well.
Yeah, that's not gonna. Yeah,
They're
that's
not
a bit.
keen.
That's a bit self-defeating, that one.
Mm.
Anyway, so they had this bomb was so huge they had to cut the bay doors off the bomber, and take the fuselage fuel tanks out.
Okay.
This is how big the bomb casing was, and it still managed to crack. I mean, they did it in an archipelago. I forget the name of the archipelago, but it's north of Moscow in the Arctic Sea.
Mm-hmm.
They still managed to crack window panes in Finland. If you were within a 60-mile radius of this thing, it would toast you alive.
Great. Well, Finland's what, 900,000 k's?
In 900 kilometres away.
So
No,
it cracked the windows in 900 kilometres away.
Yes.
Beauty.
In 900... We're not on Jupiter, Dad.
No, I'm saying 900 to 1,000 k's.
900 to 1,000. I thought you said 900,000.
No, 900 to 1,000.
Okay, I'm thinking the Earth isn't that big.
No.
No. Anyway, what happened other than a few things going
Bang. Well, in 1916, a terrible war-winning weapon was unleashed on the world. The tank.
Mm. Well, they're still using them today, so
yeah.
just slightly different.
They went at approximately 2 miles an hour and broke down regularly. Absolutely useless. It took them a while to get that hang of that one. But
well, it's new technology. You got to iron the bugs out.
Yes, yes. In 1935, the Nazis introduced the Nuremberg race laws to forbade Jews from marrying non-Jews and the like, and so forth.
Basically, Jim Crow on steroids.
Yes.
Essentially.
1954, the famous
Marilyn
Monroe shot with the dress flapping up around her ears.
Say Marilyn Manson. You can tell I'm not as old as him.
No, I would pay money not to see Marilyn Manson have a dress flap up around his ears.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's the famous skirt scene, was filmed on this day in 1954. Now, on this day in 1963, rather sadly, 4 black schoolgirls were killed in Birmingham, Alabama. Someone set a bomb off in their Sunday school. It was in the 16th Street Baptist Church, killing the 4 girls. The church was normally used by Martin Luther King Jr. for civil rights meetings and the like. So one suspects that it was
might have been the thing
that they were after. Now, also on this day, Muhammad Ali beat, I think, Leon Spinks for the world heavyweight title, and this would have been Muhammad Ali's 3rd time to holding the title, which I don't think anyone else has ever beaten.
Yes.
Now, we have a few
got
birthdays.
Born?
Yeah,
who got born?
Well, Marco Polo got born, the Italian explorer. Without him, the Italians wouldn't have spaghetti and pasta.
Yeah, because didn't he go to Asia and discover these noodle things and went, we can modify this, we can do this.
Yeah, we can do this.
Yeah. 1857, William Howard Taft.
Yes, 27th President of the United States was born.
Joseph Lyons.
Yeah, 1879. The 10th Prime Minister of Australia, Joseph Lyons, was born.
Now we're up to the probably 124th.
No.
Oh wait, 125th. No, wait, 126th.
No. Not even close.
Not even close. I realised I was having a joke choice.
Now, for anybody who appreciates cars, a young Mr. Bugatti was born on this day.
That little pile of bucket of bolts, the Bugatti Rayon goes, a mere 400 and something kilometres an hour.
Yeah, it does do the odd.
It's just I could probably run that fast,
Yeah, well, one of the few cars in the world where you can get a speeding ticket on most highways of the world in first gear.
Yeah. Why you would want a car that fast, I don't know, but well, the Swedes went, maybe we would get this. The Korean said guy went, we can build a faster car, and then Bugatti, the Bugatti company went, no, we will build a faster car again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why you would need 2 cars in the world that can do almost 300 miles an hour?
I don't know.
Yes.
And apparently your tyres only last at that speed's only about, I forget how long, but you basically, if you drive down the long straight, you can actually blow the tyres out.
Yes, they're literally miles. It's only
Yeah.
a few kilometres. Okay, now 1890, Agatha Christie was born in Torquay in Devon, and 1907, Fay Ray was born in Alberta, Canada. Now, who the hell is Fay Ray? Does anyone remember King Kong?
Is she the lady in the King Kongs?
Yes, she was the lady in the original King Kongs. Had a thing for.
All right.
Okay, now child actor. Well, actor in general, started as a child actor, but also acted as an adult and became a director. Jackie Cooper was born on this day in 1922. Actor, and we're really into the actors here. 1946, actor Tommy Lee Jones was born. I think everybody knows Tommy Lee Jones. Now, English comedian Jimmy Carr was born on this day in 1972.
I think Jimmy Carr's humour can be either really funny or just...
Yeah.
He sometimes occasionally says something funny and then just sort of, whatever.
Yes. Now, for those who are into Franz Ferdinand, the drummer for Franz Ferdinand, Paul Thompson, was born in Scotland on this day in 1976. Yeah. And last but most certainly not least, Prince Harry. Henry Charles Albert David Prince was born...
Prince of Wales.
It's not the Prince of Wales, because the Prince of Wales... Well, I suppose... his brother was Prince of Wales.
Yeah, because he's first of the ones after his dad.
Yeah. But, so, I don't know. I don't think he's Prince of Wales. I think he's just...
We need to Google that. We should have Googled.
We should have Googled. But anyway, he was born on this day in 1984. So that's...
He's 2 years older than I am.
Yes.
Yes, it's good. You arranged for me to be born in the same year that 2 explosions happened.
Hey, you got to come in with a bang.
You got to come in with a bang. Anyway, all right. Well, that's us for another week. If you like us, actually click the actual like button.
Yes, like, subscribe. Please subscribe.
And
if you don't like us, then flick us on your friends.
Yeah, flick us on your friends and actually get us some advertising revenue so we can actually get something other than a cheap handicap.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
See you in the dark side.
See you later.
Cookies.
All right.